What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to another episode of Dree and Big Ghost back here. If you guys are new to my channel, welcome. Make sure you click that like button, that subscribe button, and that notification button so you never miss a video. If you guys are not new, welcome back, Ghost Gang. Hey, today's video is to pretty much give you tips on how to leave your dog out. Like, so when you're out, like if you're at work all day, if you want to let your dog out to protect the house, or even at night to just roam the house and protect. These are some tips I want to share with you guys so you guys can have that protection dog on guard. You guys don't have to worry about nothing. I got you covered. But beforehand, intro. All right, you guys. So the first tip I want to give out is to make sure that your dog is crate trained and potty trained. So when you do leave the house, there's no accidents in the house. You know what I'm saying? So if you guys want tips on how to potty train / crate train your dog, I am going to drop my previous video down below. I do plan on doing another one, but I don't know yet. We're going to get into that. But that's number one. Make sure your dog is potty trained and crate trained. Number two is a comfortable environment for your dog. You got to make sure your house is comfortable. Like, this is the area where they're going to start that training process of being left out. You know what I mean? You don't want to leave them in strange environments where they're going to be uncomfortable and they're going to suffer from like anxiety, where they would make a mistake in the house, like, you know, use the bathroom and stuff. Train them in a comfortable and secure environment if you want to leave them out. So that's tip number two. Tip number three, make sure that they're trained not to bite stuff in the house, like terrorize stuff, which what we do is to get them to stop biting, we redirect. I am going to tag the video down below, how to get your dog to stop biting, like stop chewing on shoes and other stuff other than toys. So I'm going to leave that link down below too. You want to make sure that your dog is not chewing up your couches and your shoes and, you know, the side of the wall or the house or something like that before you leave the house. So that's number three. Number four, please put some cameras inside and outside of your house, okay? Especially if you have a Cane Corso. Put cameras inside so you can watch. Make sure your cameras have motion sensors too, so you can watch your dog's behavior when you're not home to see what they're doing. Pretty much it gives them a sense of security too, that you can talk to them through the camera as well. And that's a big tip. So make sure you guys have security cameras inside and outside of the house. Three, make sure you put like anything away that they can probably get to and terrorize. And that's what plays into step three, which is getting them to stop biting. But one thing you don't want to do is have like open food out or like glass out. Anything that can be accidentally bumped into when it's being guarded, you want to put that kind of stuff away, like your snacks, your food, and stuff like that. Put that away, right? Number three, make sure your house is clean. Make sure your house is clean. Do not leave your dog out in a dirty house. Make sure it's clean so they're able to maneuver around and they don't have to smell stuff and pick up stuff off the ground or step or trip over anything. Make sure your house is clean, nice and neat. Making sure your house is secure, so no cracked windows, none of that. Cane Corsos are big, powerful dogs. If a window is cracked and they hear somebody, guess what? They busting through it. They busting through that cracked window. They gonna terrorize that stuff. But make sure your windows and your doors are nicely secure before leaving the house. No, not even cracked, because if they get out, you know, they Debo in the neighborhood. I'm just gonna put that out there. Next is make sure that they have available food and water, okay? Depending on how long you're gone for. So if you work and your commute's like 30 minutes away and you work an 8-hour shift, that means you're going, what, 9-10 hours depending on traffic. So make sure that they have available food and water before you leave. And because of that, here's the next step. You make sure you walk your dog before you leave. Make sure that you take them out to pee, but a walk would be better. So like devote at least 10 minutes to walking your dog, at least 5 minutes away and then 5 minutes back, letting him or her use the restroom, get all the smells and the exercise out. Well, I would say like 10 to 15 minutes before you leave, okay? And as soon as you get back, make sure you do the same thing. Walk your dog as soon as you get back in the house. Like, trust me, he's been waiting or she's been waiting all day for this exercise, and they haven't probably got that much exercise. If they're not playing with the toys and stuff inside the house, they probably haven't got any exercise at all. So as soon as you get back, make sure you walk your dog and like play with them a little bit before you feed them again. And the last thing is, do not engage with your dog right before you leave, okay? That's gonna create separation anxiety. Don't let them know that you're leaving, but be excited when you come home. Like, make it seem like you're gonna leave for like a minute and then come back. Because if you round them up before you leave, like I said, it's gonna have them develop like a separation anxiety thing. But yeah, those are pretty much the tips that I have for you. If you guys have any more tips, please let me know down below in the comments. But like you guys can see, as you guys can see, Ghost is always out protecting the house. Sometimes we're gone for 8 hours. Sometimes we're gone for 10. He's never had an accident in the house. He's never pooped and peed in the house. Matter of fact, people knock on the door of the Amazon, he'll bark. He'll still alert and still protect the house. But he's never like damaged anything in the house, and when we come home, he's waiting for us. So these are just the tips that worked for us to let him out. We don't cage Ghosts at all. If you ever see him in a cage, it's because we have a family member that's stopping by that doesn't terrify the dogs, or a friend terrify the dogs. But we never let him stay inside the cage. Like he be going in there on his own. But anyways, these are tips that work for us. I hope that they work for you. And yeah, thank you guys for, wait. I forgot to say one more important thing before I go, all right? When you first start leaving your dog at home, start with an hour at a time and then start with a small space. I'll give you an example. A bedroom. We used to leave him home alone in just the bedroom area, like close the bedroom door and leave and come back for an hour. So an hour at a time, you want to build over time. So it took us about, I want to say like 3 months to get him to be outside, up and down the stairs without anybody being home. So an hour at a time, just to see how you do. Make sure you reward your dog for doing a good job, for making sure that he didn't make any accidents in the house and, he didn't tear up anything. Just make sure that you give him that positive reinforcement that he's doing a good job. But yes, that was very important for me to say, and I can't believe I missed it. But an hour at a time, guys, in a small space. So then when you're done with the room, then you maneuver to the living room for an hour at a time. And then once it gets 2 to 3 hours, you build it up. Build it up over time, and then next thing you know, you can be able to leave him home all day. And on top of that, if you guys do have doggy doors, they'll be able to take themselves out to use the bathroom and come right back. It's the tips that work for us. And I'm thinking about getting Ghost a doggy door, but we will see. We'll see after the surgery. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. And now we're out. I'll see you guys.